So the next thing that we want to do is handle the updation of the to-do status based on clicking on the checkbox or even on the text. So first we will get our API in place. So inside api.php, I'll get I'll create a get URL to do slash, let's just say, complete, and to do. I'll tell you what is that. Okay, mark complete will be the method that we will call, and to do here means the controller has a model binding because of this route. The route is saying that we are expecting a to do model in the through the URL, because ID will be passed. Okay, so to do slash complete slash, let's say, 1 will mean that to do with primary key 1 will be available in the controller. So let's just do that. Mark as complete. As we said, we can do the route model binding, so to do will be available, right? And then the rest of the things are quite simple. If to do is completed is 0, else. Okay, so to do is completed equals 1 if it is 0, and if it is 1 then we make it 0. So basically we are toggling the thing, and then we do save and we return the response. Okay, so this is the only thing that we are doing. The route model binding will allow us to take care of certain things, like if the model doesn't exist, it will return a 404 and all those kind of stuff. So that is taken care of, and I think our API is done. So the next thing, we have a new release, is it? Okay, so the next thing that we will like to do is, let's close everything, and inside service, URL service, oh sorry, that's user service. Inside URL service, I'll add this new URL which we just created. It will be, let's just say, static mark to do complete URL. Okay, so mark to do, this will be the method which will be called to get the URL, but we will need to pass the ID because we have that dependency. So in the end we will have the ID as well. So the URL service changes are done. Let's go to do service and copy this. It's pretty much the same thing. We will have mark to do complete. We will expect a to do here, and the URL service dot mark to do complete URL will pass to do dot ID and HTTP get. This is fine. Not able to, let's just say, update the to do. Okay, so it should be to do. Now this is done. So the URL service and the to do service is updated. We'll close these and let's go to the to do item. Okay, so in to do item, right, we would expect a new function as props, mark to do complete, and what we are going to do is have a handle to do check. Okay, we'll pass the to do in here, maybe no, this will be a click event, so we will pass the event. What we are going to do is, where is the checkbox? This is checked, and on click, and on click what we will do is event this dot handle to do check. We will pass the event. Okay, so the first thing that we will like to do is event dot prevent default. Okay, and after that take the constant to do from the props, sorry, and we'll pass this to mark to do complete. So what exactly we are doing? We are on click, which we have added to the checkbox. I would like to add this to the text as well. Okay, on the span I'll have this. So on click of both of these, we are coming into this method, which first does a prevent dot default, and then it passes the to do to the parent component. So to do list is where we need to send that. So in to do list, right, let's just say we have a new method which is async mark to do complete. It expects a to do. Okay, and in here do constant response equals to do service dot mark as complete. Will pass the to do. Okay, and then we need to update the to do which is coming as a response, right? So what we will do is first take the entire state in a variable, because the state is immutable, so we can't change the state. However, what we will do is to do's dot for each index, and let's come over here. We will iterate through all the to do's, and if the to do dot id is equal to response dot id, right, we are getting the to do as a response. So if that is the condition, then to do's index will be our response. What happened? I should have received this. Why is it complaining? Okay, the await was missing, right? So we get the response. Okay, it's going to be a to do which we will get in return. Now we take this new array from the state, because as I told you, I cannot mutate anything in the state without a set state. So we take that in an array, and then we iterate through every item in the array. If we find that the current item's id is equal to the response to do's id, then we set the array item with the new entry. Okay, that's the logic, and then we can just do this set state, sorry, to do's. Okay, I can do something like this, but as part of ES6, right, if the key and the value are same, we can get rid of that and just do this. So this is done. Okay, and the last thing that I want to do is key to do, and mark complete should be this dot this. Okay, so it should work ideally. For some time, let's just comment these things out and first confirm as part of debugging that the to do is actually coming. So come over here, it refreshes, and then inside our console you have provided a checked property to a field without an on change handler. Okay, we'll need to check that. However, if I click on this, I'm getting the first id, and this is the last one. So this is working. Now why don't we get this into place? Hit save, close it out, Okay, we have a problem in here. It says cannot read property to do's of undefined. That is strange. On line number 16, let to do equals this dot state dot. Okay, I think what is going to happen is to do the scoping went for a toss. So now this should work if I'm not wrong. Okay. Am I still making the Ajax call? I am making that, and in return it is coming as completed. And if I make it again, it's completed as 0. So this is working. I think there's some problem over here. So I get the response to those. What is the problem? The set state is not working. That that is what I can clearly understand. However, I need to check what is actually happening. So components in here, it is coming as 1, right? So for some reason, although this is complete, the class didn't change. That is what I can understand. It is still showing pending, right? So if the pending doesn't change to done in here, let's see. Okay, now we have a different level of problem. Why is it happening again and again? Let me see. Okay, why don't we change this a bit? Okay, we have, let's just say, because this is a class, so dollar, and then if to do dot is complete, then we do done, else empty. I think this should work. Let's see. No, it didn't. It's still a problem. What is the interface like? Let us look at this. Is complete boolean fresh. This is strange. So if I do string and then is complete equals 1. Okay, this is now working. However, it is still not updating. Although it is complete 1. Why is it not doing that? When I refresh, it does update. Okay, now it is doing. But when I click on it, it doesn't do its thing. Is it something to do with field prop type? You provided a checked prop to a form field without an onChange handler. So let's just try one thing. This is check on change and try that. Okay, the error is gone. However, I'm still kind of there with the same problem, which is when we have the set state, right, it doesn't update. So checked is here, right? So I got my mistake. So what finally I had to do was the interface is now set to is complete as boolean, and then I'm checking for true or false. So if to do is complete is true, then I add this class, otherwise I have empty. Similarly, in the checkbox, to do is complete. If that is true, then I do true, otherwise false. UI is properly done. I will close this out. Okay, and refresh. So these are marked as complete, but I can remove it and everything is now set to incomplete. But let's say I have done this, so this is over, right? This is over, this kind of thing. So yes, the UI is done. The last piece which I want to do is in my global.css, right? I'll have a class called cursor, pointer, no, cursor as pointer, and where is the description, right? This. So in here we will have cursor as well. Okay, so this is done, and what basically it will have is this, when I'm on this description, I will have that pointer cursor instead of a text cursor. So that is, part of the UI change which I wanted to make. But yeah, this is done, and now I think we should focus on getting the how do you say, ordering or sortable in place, and we will have the basic listing and update handled.